Well, welcome to Superior Media, Mayor Provenzano. We're here at Outspoken Brewery, and there is quite a large crowd here. I'm estimating it must be over 100 people here tonight.
We didn't count. It's really heartwarming. I feel a tremendous amount of support, and I really appreciate the effort people made to come.
Yeah, it was nice you mentioned all of your family tonight and some of the folks that you have made connections with, including Ron Irwin, who's certainly a legacy in our community here tonight. So he's been helping you on the campaign trail?
Ron's always helped me. Yeah, Ron's always come with me. He was the mayor back in the early 70s.
Right.
Everybody knows he was also the MP and a cabinet minister. So yeah, he's door knocking with me to yesterday actually. So today, to the date, he's been door knocking with me. Yeah.
So this is your kickoff tonight.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned several accomplishments tonight, of course, and one of them you talked about was ONNtv, which we're still waiting to hear about. So can you talk to me about the ONNtv? What would this do for our community? What do you anticipate this would bring to our community?
Well, it's a $1 billion industrial project. So the process of building the facility would be about 1,500 to 2,000 jobs. And when the facility's built, you're upwards of 500 jobs when it's fully functional. Those are really well-paying, high-end industrial jobs. And it's got a real consistent shared use with the use already on the Algoma site. So I think it's a great match. Look, it would change the economy of our community.
Certainly. Now, when you look at the ONNtv as a part of our future, have you been given consideration to the impacts that it might have on our environment and some of the challenges that might involve?
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize, and I said this when I was speaking, this is my home.
Right.
Like, this community is where my parents are and my siblings are. My little girls, who are 2.5 and just 10 months old, they live here. I don't want to see anything happen here that would have a deleterious effect on any of their health and any of the health of the people that live in this community. So I'm concerned about those things too. But the reality is that what we're doing now is competing to work with this company to go through the process of assessing the project. When they pick a site, they then have to go through a very substantial environmental review process and permitting process. And we've made commitments to our First Nation partners prior to submitting and since submitting that they would be part of that. And ONNtv knows, and I've been very clear with ONNtv, that it's important to me that there's broad community engagement, there's broad First Nations consultation and engagement, and that the community has a real opportunity to learn about what this would mean and what this would mean to the community, and has an opportunity to assess that. So that's really stage 2. Stage 1 is working with them to look at whether or not it would make sense for them to locate in your community.
Right.
And if they say, yeah, it would make sense for us to locate here, then we have to go through a whole other process, which will take years. It will take years.
Yeah, certainly it would. It certainly would. Now, tonight you also talked about the strategy for long-term care in our community. I was there when you opened the apartment building at the Finn Rest Home site, which was a beautiful day, of course. Do you have any more ideas on how we can continue to support seniors in our community?
That's a great example of the role the mayor has to support community partners. So, obviously we need long-term care beds, and the community partners in the community that are responsible for those care beds approached me and said, look, we've got applications in, we need these beds. So I went to work really lobbying the government and pushing the government to award us those beds, and we did that. So that's one of the things that we need to do, is make sure we have some long-term care beds. But the other thing that we need to do is make sure that the municipal burden is affordable. And the municipal burden is property taxes, water, and electricity. And we've worked really hard this term to keep our distribution rates down, and to make sure our water rates didn't escalate to the degree that they were going to. So one of the other things we did, which is key, which anybody who has a PUC bill will see, is we reduced the sewer surcharge. So we've really worked hard to try and make life more affordable for a lot of people in our community that are on fixed incomes, and a lot of seniors who are on pensions or on fixed incomes. So that's something that we have to keep on doing.
Right. So is there anything going forward that you are most looking forward to if you are selected as our next mayor?
Yeah. So look, I want to build on what we've started. So we've done some great work with community development, and we've got a broad-based community plan. I want to work on implementing that. I want to keep on working on the affordability issues. They're really important to me. The downtown revitalization is really important to me, and I think we're seeing some positive things in that respect. And frankly, I want to see the NORONT submission through. I think I'm the best positioned person to lead that. I've been leading it to date. I've been successful to date. And I want to continue on that. I want to make sure that we do what we need to do there to make sure that that's done properly.
Thank you. So you have Mr. Coots on speed dial?
I do speak to the executive at NORONT quite regularly.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you mentioned some of the partnerships, and so let's just talk a little bit about the splash pad. I know it was a great day when Kiwanis Club of Lakeshore came in and helped support that. So when do you anticipate that might be, we could come down and shoot the opening?
We should be now. There's a report that will be going to council. It was supposed to be on this meeting. I didn't see it at agenda review, so if it's not on this meeting, it will be on the next, just outlining where we are with the project and why it's been delayed. I guess it'll be at least a few weeks now. So we're still hoping that we're obviously missing this season now, the weather's changing.
Sure, yeah.
But it'll be, we're hoping, finished by the end of the season, and it'll be when spring comes, we'll be able to have kids running through there.
It'll be ready when it's ready. All the safety pieces are in place, and it takes time to do these things for sure. Yeah. So, well, thank you very much for your time, Mayor, and we'll let you get back to your beautiful family over there.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you.